Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about essential products for a newborn. I think a lot of people likes to have everything ready before the baby's due, and that is a good idea for some of these products, but we also have bought a lot of stuff that we didn't use immediately, so let us break it down for you. Okay, well, since we're here, let's start with this thing. She obviously loves this little walker combo, but this is not an essential item for a newborn, obviously. I think Jade started using this when she was about five or 6 months. It sort of helped her bounce a little bit. Obviously she's not walking yet, but she was really enjoying being in this walker slash bouncer thing. It distracts her a lot with all these knobs and things that make noise. So, you know, if you've got something that you want to do for a quick second, this is something that you can put your baby in for a little bit. Spares you a couple of seconds to do something. But I think she just really likes being in it. We got this from Target. I think it was not too expensive. But there's lots of walkers out there. So yeah, and she really likes it.
So a stroller is clearly important, although it might not be something that you need right away. We certainly didn't. We ended up using the baby carrier over the stroller at the beginning just because Jade didn't like it. Now at almost 8 months old, she loves being in the stroller and she actually falls asleep in it, which is a pretty big deal for us. When it comes to buying a stroller, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on one. You don't even need to spend $1,000 on one. I think in the end we ended up spending probably about $7.99. And that came with a bassinet attachment as well, which doubled as a sleeper. She could actually sleep in it at home, as an overnight sleeper, that is. When you're looking for a stroller, you want to make sure you're getting something sturdy with good wheels that can cover a wide range of terrains. You don't want to get something that's too flimsy. At the same point, you want to make sure that it's light and that it packs up easily so that you can put it into a boot or carry it up some stairs. For us, the Red's Baby Metro 3 was a happy middle ground. It is a little bit weighty, but that's what you get when you have something that's of a bit higher quality. In saying that, a lot of people are just happy getting a stroller from Kmart or Target, and that does the job as well.
So this one is a high chair that we got as a gift before she was born. Again, it's probably what I would consider a non-essential straight away. Babies can't sit in a high chair until usually about 5-6 months, starting from. So as much as we get a lot of good use out of it now, not essential, but definitely useful at some point. This is a Boppy pillow. If you're an expecting mum or a mum, you would have heard about this. This is a very, very popular item. Lots of people swear by it. A lot of people use it as a nursing pillow, so when you're breastfeeding, you can just pop the baby on top of the Boppy on your lap. I haven't really used it that much as a breastfeeding or nursing pillow. I don't mind just holding her. It's easy for me to do that. But sometimes when we feed her like a bottle or she's just chilling, we like to put her in the Boppy. It's great for tummy time when babies are learning how to sort of, you know, get some neck support. It's great for that as well. It's quite firm. I wouldn't say it's an essential item, although lots of mums swear by them. So one essential item you will definitely need is a change table. This is one that we bought from Valco Baby. It is just a sort of very simple, portable, fold-up, light change table. It is really sturdy, despite it, you know, might not look like it, but it is really, really sturdy. It was super easy to put together, and I think it was quite cheap. It was only like $100. You can use it up to 9 kilos, I believe, and it's just been so good. Definitely an essential item because you're going to be needing a change table from day one. One thing you definitely need is a place for your baby to sleep. That might be a bassinet. Usually that's probably the most popular for a newborn. It is worth considering to get a proper size cot, especially with a lot of the bassinets, they grow out of them so quickly, which is what happened to us. We had a proper cot and also a bassinet, and she pretty much grew out of the bassinet within the first 4 or 5 months. So I think if you wanted to save some money, just get a full size cot that can actually turn into a single bed as well, and they can use that once they get a little bit older. You know, as long as the safety measures are adhered to, and you know, you just have to pick one that you like the look of, and this is the one that we went with.
So typically you're not going to have your baby in the room right from the start, but having a baby monitor or some sort of webcam type setup is quite useful just for your own peace of mind and making sure that they're sleeping safely. You can spend quite a lot of money on these baby monitors, but you don't actually have to. Any webcam that has some sort of app associated with it, in this case we have the TP-Link Tapper, will allow you to be able to view it on any device that supports those apps. The only thing I'll say is double check all the privacy settings with these cameras because they are cloud-based. You need to make sure that your account is nice and secure so nobody goes ahead and connects to it other than you. So this is the Ergo Baby Omni 360 Air Mesh. These baby carriers are essential in my opinion. We use this way more than we ended up using our stroller, especially at the beginning. Right at the start, your baby is going to be facing you, and eventually you'll be able to do the rotation like we have Jade here. This thing is an absolute godsend. She used to fall asleep in this, especially we had some pretty fussy nights there. Even now I find myself taking her out just wearing this because it's way more convenient to get her into this than for us to go downstairs and unfold the stroller and put her in that way.
Below us is this playmat. It's like an alphabet playmat. I think we got this from Target or Kmart. Playmat is quite useful. I think you can start using it pretty much from a newborn, just putting them on their backs or doing tummy time. So we got this. I wouldn't say it's essential if you've got carpet. I think everybody can benefit from a playmat.
So you might be wondering why I'm covering the pregnancy pillow, and that is because it was absolutely not an essential. I bought this thing with the expectation that Jen would end up using it and it would be something that made her very comfortable. For us, it did not work, and I use it way more than she does. It is very comfortable though. We got this one on Amazon. There'll be a link in the description for it.
Here are some more essential items. These are things that you definitely will be needing, and we're kind of stating the obvious here, but because this video is about essentials, we're gonna cover it. So you're gonna need clothes for your baby. So in summer, she just needed to be in like a little onesie or like a little tank top. Obviously, if you want to dress your baby up in, you know, fancier clothes, you can. We found the zip-up onesies really good. So Bonds have them, they're really good quality with the double zipper. Or you can get similar ones from Target or Kmart. So lots of those is what we've been using. We haven't really dressed her up in fancier clothes or proper clothes, you know, the legs and the tops. We haven't really been doing that. We've just been using exclusively onesies. I also want to mention that in terms of swaddles, we haven't swaddled her a lot just because she can always get out of even the tightest swaddles. So what we have been using when she was a newborn are the Love to Dream swaddles. So this one is, I think, a little bit bigger in terms of the sizes, but they have them in newborn as well. We found these to be absolutely essential. As you can see, it's been worn a lot. It looks definitely, it's been around the block. And yeah, we love these. We had about 4 or 5 of them in different TOG ratings, which is like different thickness for different weathers. And you've got them, this is like a transitional one, which the wing tip you can zip off when they're transitioning out of being, you know, out of the swaddle so that their arms can be free. Which is recommended once they are able to roll over for safety. So yeah, these are what we would consider extremely essential for their sleeping needs. Goes without saying, babies need nappies. We've been using disposable ones because they're just so much easier. These are the Huggies ones. There are other options out there that are reusable, that are more environmentally friendly. But yeah, obviously these are essential. Pseudo cream or nappy rash cream is what I would consider also an essential for babies' happiness, because they are going to get a nappy rash maybe at some point. So it just helps soothe them, and pseudo cream is a really good one. So bibs are really important as well. I would say that once baby starts solids, even more so. We've got these fabric ones or cloth ones, which are really good, or these are the silicone ones. We found that the silicone ones are really good for like solid food, whereas these ones are better for like purees and stuff.
So the next essential is going to be a car seat. You need to make sure this thing is in nice and tight. It actually was really, really difficult for us to first put in our car seat. We took it to a professional and they told us to get a different one. But just about any car seat will do as long as it adheres to the safety ratings. And make sure you learn your manual to a T. This thing is super important. Always keep it in the car. This is the Mother's Choice Adore. It has a really good safety rating. It was quite affordable as well. When you are looking for a car seat, try and find one that has ISOFIX. Most of them do these days. You just need to make sure that your car has the adapters for it.
Now, if you are going to be breastfeeding, I would say that an electric breast pump is probably an essential item. Of course, you can just breastfeed your baby on demand, but what I found is that a breast pump is really useful to have just around the house in case you need to pump when they're sleeping. And also it helps increase your supply if you're constantly stimulating. The Spectra and the Medela are two of the most popular brands on the market. We decided to go with this one for the fact that it is just quieter in terms of the pumping noise. And yeah, either one will do, but I would say that an electric pump is really useful, especially a double pump, because a single pump would mean that you're using twice the time.
So we have a couple of items here. The first one that I personally feel is quite essential, considering that we weren't sure whether or not it was going to be breastfeeding, formula fed, or a mix of both, is this Tommy Tippy machine. From memory, this is the Tommy Tippy Perfect Prep. And what this basically is like a baby coffee machine. So you can go ahead and put your bottles with the right amount of formula, and then it will do a hot shot followed by a cold shot. So you can actually prepare your formula in about 3 minutes. It's an absolute godsend for the 3 a.m. wake-up calls, but we still continue to use it this day just to quickly make formula at the perfect temperature. Obviously you've got your formula. There's lots of different formulas out there. That would be a different video, but formula is obviously essential if your baby is going to end up being formula fed. And the last thing is this Philips Avent microwave sterilizer. So you put all of your bottles in here, and then you throw it in the microwave for 4 minutes with 200 ml water, and it gets all your bottles nice and sterilized, and they can stay up in there for about 24 hours. Again, all three of these I deem to be essential for a newborn straight from the get-go, especially the Tommy Tippy machine. I know that it's a luxury, but you are so time poor at the very, very beginning, and saving that amount of time and not having to worry and knowing that this thing will get it right every time is just amazing.
That was what we deem to be essential items for newborns. Maybe you might feel a bit differently. There are obviously so many products out there and we could be talking about it for hours. But hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you want us to review any specific product or have any questions, just leave a comment, and hopefully you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. Say bye, Jade.